Why this exhibition? It's evident to everybody that everybody else and themselves has become a photographer. Maybe we don't use the word photographer, but we're all photographers. We all have telephones with cameras in them. Pretty soon all our computer screens will have cameras directed at us and at everybody else. We have all become photographers. So this is the introductory wall of the exhibition, and we decided to do it as a kind of map of the technology. Because let's face it, it's very new. It's not just, you don't just buy a little tiny miniature apparatus right now. You also have to get the cards and the discs and the computer and the cables and the interfaces and all kinds of things to make it all work. It's a kind of map of this new world because it is a new world. So, although this is really an exhibition about now, today, and even the future, we are struck by the parallels with moments in the past. We found, for example, a Kodak song which talks about wonders great are bobbing up each year. So the kind of complaints we're hearing today, invasion of privacy, for example, is something you already heard 100 years ago. And it's good for us to remember that there is a rich past in photography, and everything that appears new maybe isn't so new. So one of the big subjects of our exhibition is obviously what's called today citizen photojournalism. And what this means essentially is that when you have catastrophes, accidents, terrible things, the tsunami, the bombing in London, the bombing at Madrid, there's always somebody there with a cell phone, and that person, usually one of them, has the presence of mind to take photographs and get them into the hands of the press very quickly. It's surprising how quickly people react. So the photographs of Abu Ghraib, for example, were taken by amateurs, they were taken by soldiers who thought they were having fun, who thought that what they were doing was neat, sexually humiliate prisoners, torture them, and record it all as souvenirs, something which seems to most of us really bizarre and quite horrific. But these photographs have changed American policy, or have certainly influenced, responsible for a huge anti-war movement. So little photographs taken by amateurs can have huge repercussions. So the big question is, just because we're all photographers, does that mean we're all artists, we're all good photographers? I don't think so. But it means many more people will have the chance to see if they are. If you multiply the number of cameras, you're bound to just encourage people who otherwise wouldn't have been photographers. So we're already seeing more people photograph, perhaps 4 times as many, according to Hewlett-Packard, which is our partner in the project. People are using photographs as a kind of conversation. They're not expecting to put them in neat little frames necessarily, but they're taking pictures which they want to share with people. So it's a kind of conversation, it's a new kind of language. So what do we expect of our visitors? Well, we expect them to be excited. We hope they'll be excited. They hope they'll appreciate our work. One of the excitements of this exhibition is what we call the flow, or the flux. And this is the flow of images that we've invited people to send into the museum. We've already received 2,000. The exhibition hasn't even begun. And we see people from Iran and from Thailand, from all over the place. And your names are clearly inscribed on the bottom of the photograph, and you'll receive in return an email with a JPEG showing your work on the walls of the exhibition.